Hello, my name is Shelley Wright. I retired 2 years ago after teaching 29 years. After becoming disabled by wireless signals in the classroom, curling up in the fetal position for days, unable to work full time, I began to teach safe tech in my classroom and practice safe tech in our home. I'm the director of a nonprofit registered volunteer organization called Canadian Educators for Safe Technology. I was a guest speaker at 2 EMF electromagnetic fields medical symposiums sponsored by Women's College Hospital, Toronto. I'm also a member of the C4ST, Canadians for Safe Technology leadership team. I presented wired safe tech resolutions annually for 7 years at the Elementary Teachers Federation of Ontario, ETFO, annual meetings with 800 teachers present. In this presentation, I will share some safe tech tips that can help you minimize wireless microwave exposures in your home while maximizing the efficiency of your devices. Today, there are more cell towers, cell network antennas, and more devices than ever before, without fully understanding the impact these microwave emitting sources can have on our health. As the industry pushes for a massive rollout of cell towers and antennas, you need to know that pervasive 4G and 5G signals outside your bedroom windows increases everyone's risk, including risks to wildlife and bees. There has been no long-term research on the health effects of long-term exposure to large cell towers or small antennas. Lloyd's of London and other major reinsurers are aware of the risks and do not insure potential health effects from radio frequency EMR emitting products. Remember DDT and asbestos? The precautionary principle can reduce injury. Cell towers also impact the value of homes. Young children have a lifetime of exposure to consider. Medically sensitive or electromagnetically disabled people like myself can be injured or displaced, unable to access employment or essential services in their communities. Cell towers and antennas often force electro-disabled people to move repeatedly from their communities. In addition to outdoor exposures, these are the sources of microwave radiation we can be exposed to every day. Microwave radiation can be cumulative. Harm can build up over your lifetime. The amount of radiation each person can tolerate is different. If your child complains about migraines, heart arrhythmias, nausea, dizziness, ringing in the ears, skin rashes, or prickly skin around wireless devices that lessen or disappear when away from wireless devices, don't ignore these symptoms. Symptoms can become serious, even debilitating like mine, if you ignore them. Reduce your exposures. Even though hundreds of high-quality scientific studies clearly show the harmful effects of this microwave radiation, not all physicians and patients have connected the dots. All of us are electrosensitive at some level, but most people can't feel it. An estimated 1 million Canadians are moderately sensitive or severely disabled by these signals, which is a greater number than those living with peanut allergies. According to Dr. Havis, another estimated 30% have biomarkers which indicate potential electrosensitivity in their lifetime. Reducing your exposure is essential. Wireless gadgets may not be as harmless as you think they are. To make informed choices, you need to know what's inside your wireless devices. Wireless devices send and receive radio frequency waves in the microwave range. You can't see, smell, or hear them. Just like secondhand smoking, radiation can be harmful to friends, family, pets, and bystanders. People, animals, birds, plants, and bees are all electromagnetic. Artificial electromagnetic radiation from wireless devices is digitally pulsed and interferes with the release of signals and chemicals in our bodies. According to Dr. Havis, environmental toxicologist and professor emeritus, Trent University, our blood should be the consistency of red wine. When some people are exposed to wireless microwave signals, their blood becomes thicker like ketchup. Dr. Havis did a live blood analysis. After she used a cordless phone for 10 minutes or a wireless computer for an hour, She pricked her finger, put a drop of blood on a slide, then looked at it under a microscope. She discovered that her round blood cells stuck together, mimicking the cells of some cancer patients. 10 years ago, I was diagnosed with electromagnetic hypersensitivity, or EHS, by the medical director of the environmental clinic at Women's College Hospital, Toronto. This disability is recognized in a report commissioned by the Canadian Human Rights Commission called The Medical Perspective and by the CRA on a case-by-case basis. This medical letter explains my accommodations in public. Some people become electrosensitive after head injuries, a medical condition, or after they are exposed to additional environmental toxins. Some people don't feel the effects, but they may experience cancer after 5 or 10 years of excessive cell phone use. Not everyone who uses a cell phone will get cancer. Just like lung cancer from smoking, it can take years before it shows up. Jimmy Gonzalez was a lawyer who testified he believed his cancerous tumors were induced by where he held his cell phone, one on his head, one on his hand, and on his chest where he stored his phone in his suit pocket. According to the World Health Organization, RFR is classified as a group 2B possible human carcinogen in the same category as lead, DDT, and exhaust fumes. Based on strong scientific evidence, experts urgently request RF be reclassified as a 1A known human carcinogen. Since the 2015 Safety Code 6 revision, well over 200 robust international gold standard peer-reviewed scientific published studies show that RF radiation can be biologically harmful at well below Safety Code 6 limits. Wireless exposures can lead to increased sperm damage, brain and breast cancers, learning and memory deficits. Health Canada's Safety Code 6 guidelines for far fields are based on a 6-minute exposure to ensure RFs don't overheat human tissue. These guideline limits fail to reflect the way people of all ages are continuously exposed. There are many documented severe health effects not based on heating tissue. Health Canada's Safety Code 6 guidelines are not as protective as other countries. China, Russia, and parts of Italy and Switzerland have cell tower guidelines 50 times safer than Canada's. Health Canada also doesn't regulate public exposures. RF is regulated by Innovation, Science and Economic Development Canada. I experienced microwave sickness around wireless signals in the microwave range. My severe migraines can be debilitating. When I'm not around wireless signals, I feel healthy. Safety Code 6 did not protect me. This disability sign is used in medical clinics, hospitals, and public events. So it's up to us to protect our families using the 3 R's: reduce your proximity, your time with devices, and the signal strength. Never store an activated phone next to your body. Practice safe tech always. Compose text in airplane mode, then walk away from the group to send your text or make calls. Hold your cell phone at arm's length and use speaker mode or wired earbuds to increase your distance. Don't use wireless Bluetooth earpieces. Always put devices on a solid surface, not on your lap. To help protect sensitive eye tissue, keep devices at least 12 inches or 30 centimeters away from your face. Reducing the signal strength reduces your exposure. After downloading data, turn off Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and cellular antennas. Also, turn your phone off when you have less than 2 bars. Don't worry, you can take selfies, show pictures, and watch videos in airplane mode after they are downloaded. Also, turn off all antennas when you are traveling in any vehicle or elevator to reduce exposure for everyone around you. The signal gets stronger, it gets amplified because your phone is working harder to find a signal. Although you can't always control your exposure to small cell antennas along your street or larger cell towers in your neighborhood, there are things you can do within your home. We are a high-tech family with 2 engineers and a web app designer. When I became sick around microwave signals, we were forced to wire all devices. I now text my children on Facebook Messenger from a wired computer and a wired keypad. And this is how we got started. The first step is to identify the source of radiation in your home, including cell phones, smart devices, wireless devices, or 5G antennas just outside your home. To find wireless signals, you can have a family scavenger hunt using an AM radio or an RF meter, or you can call a building biologist for a home assessment. Once you've identified the source of microwave radiation, you can make your devices safer. Using an AM radio tuned into a blank channel, the loudest static noises can help you find the wireless signals. You can also use your phone to identify Wi-Fi and Bluetooth devices. If your house isn't wired yet, you can simply buy a $15 light timer and set the timer to turn off the router at night. Cell calls can also be forwarded to your home landline. If you don't have a home phone, you may be able to buy a VoIP phone, which comes through the internet for only $6 per month. You can plug in a power line adapter into any outlet in your home and attach an Ethernet cable so you can plug in devices anywhere in your home. You can wire your devices with Ethernet cables and take them outside on your back deck. If it can't be plugged in, don't buy it. Computer stores carry adapters to wire most devices. Most routers also have wired Ethernet ports. This picture says it all. Don't give wireless devices to children. Children and babies are the most vulnerable. Epidemiologist Dr. Deborah Davis expresses concerns about the effects of microwave radiation on the thinking and memory development of the fetal brain, spikes in autism, and childhood cancers. How young you are and how much time you spend with wireless-enabled devices can make a difference to your cumulative lifetime exposure. In May 2019, Health Canada suggested you limit your child's exposure. 3D imaging, called anatomically based modeling, clearly shows how wireless radiation penetrates deeper into a younger child's skull. In the top left picture, you can see significantly more radiation in the baby's brain than in the adult's brain on the right. Children's skulls are thinner, their cells are rapidly growing, and they have a developing nervous system. Your bedroom is your sanctuary for undisturbed, rejuvenating sleep. Wireless devices need to be stored far away from your bedrooms or antennas turned off while you sleep. Vibrate mode still emits microwave radiation, which interferes with the healing hormone called melatonin. Video games are designed to increase dopamine and addiction. If your children are gaming more than 1 hour on weeknights, professional help can prevent depression related to gaming and dopamine withdrawal. Fiber optics to the premises, FTTP, and wired devices protect children, animals, birds, bees, trees, and the environment. Its direct on-demand connection is significantly more energy efficient and environmentally sustainable. Fiber optics to the premises, FTTP, consumes up to 10 times less energy, is 100 times faster, more reliable, and resilient in weather-adverse conditions, and protects security and privacy. Wired phones are more likely to work during a power outage, whereas wireless phones don't. Wireless cell networks are more costly and often need upgrading, whereas cable or fiber is laid once. FTTP cables are mostly glass and plastic and don't rely heavily on rare minerals. Schools are beginning to see the value in reducing microwave signals while maintaining the efficiency of classroom devices. Using existing wired technology reduces energy costs and microwave exposure for children. Nimbrook School claims they successfully reduced exposures without impacting the delivery of their program. Hartsbrook School also reduced the power density by 25% without a noticeable impact on device performance. They took precautionary measures to avoid student risk. Wireless technology will continue to exponentially increase unless we urge the industry to provide safer substitutes. We need to protect outdoor beaches, parks, and trails for sensitive people, animals, plants, and pollinators. Fiber optics to and through the premises FTTP is a superior solution, which gives family choices to use wired or wireless connections inside their home. FTTP supports medically disabled people, providing them with equal access to essential services and participation in society. Community networks can be owned, operated, and controlled by communities. CanArctic Networks is planning to build a 2,000-kilometer fiber optic cable from Newfoundland to Nunavut. And here are some websites with scientific resources. In conclusion, using wired technology and being mindful of others, turning off all cell phone antennas in public supports everyone around you, including vulnerable children, seniors, and electrosensitive disabled people. Safe tech shows respect for yourself, family, friends, pets, and the environment. Practice safe tech. You're worth it. Here are some references you may be interested in. RF is a carcinogen, and some additional references. Thank you so much.